Hi, I feel like I haven't filmed a video in forever, especially a non-haul, but I've been bedridden for a couple days, so I took the opportunity to read a good chunk of manga, and one of the things I did read was Komi Can't Communicate. I read 5 volumes, which is all that I own, and possibly all that I ever will own, so yeah, let's get into it. I know this is a very, well-loved series in the community, and while I did like it, there were some caveats in my opinion, so we'll just get right into it. First will be a review, and then afterwards I'll go into more of some spoilery type stuff. Even though there's not much to spoil in this series as it is very episodic, there is an overarching plot, but it is introduced in the first couple chapters, so it's not like there's any surprises with this series. So basically, this series is about a girl named Komi who has social anxiety, and she basically can't talk to anyone. She's so anxious. They call it a communication disorder in this, and basically everyone just thinks that she is this stone cold beauty, too good for everyone else, but in reality she is a really kind and sweet girl, but she just can't muster up the courage, she can't talk to people, etc. And the only one who kind of realizes that it's not that she hates everyone, it's that she is really shy and has a hard time communicating is this guy Tadano, who is one of her classmates. And he is also a pretty shy guy, nowhere near as much as her. So he reaches out to her and wants to know what's her deal, what's going on. And basically she confides in him that she has hard time communicating and she doesn't have any friends, and that her goal is to have 100 friends by the time, I don't know, by the time she graduates. They don't really specify, but just wants to have 100 friends. So that's how the manga progresses. Every couple chapters focuses on a different side character that wants to be her friend. And I think that is the main issue I have with this manga. Obviously there's going to be 100 side characters eventually. Where I'm at after volume 5, I believe she has 87 to go, so she has 13 friends so far. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't like most of the side characters. I think that it is really strong in the aspects that Komi is adorable. Everything she does is adorable. She's cute, she's funny, she's well drawn. I think the art is pretty good. It's unique, but I think Komi is stunning, and the art does a good job at this. And her relationship with Tadano, though it is not romantic yet, it is a really sweet relationship, and I really like him as a character as well. If this story was just about the two of them and nobody else, I'd be completely content with that. But since the plot is for her to make 100 friends, obviously that is not the case. So because this story is pretty episodic, it is easy to read one chapter at a time. You can pick it up and put it back down, and it does have its own unique charms in that aspect. It is a pretty chill story. I would classify it as a slice of life. Not really comedy, because maybe for some people it would be funny, but to me the jokes never land. But this series is so long, so I'm sure it has a huge audience. I think they're up to 11 volumes so far serialized in English, which is surprising to me because the plot is pretty repetitive. You know what's gonna happen. She's gonna make a new friend, and all the situations are very typical Japanese high school. They go to a festival, they have the sports festival, they have the school festival where they have a maid cafe for their class. It's very that. Nothing is surprising. So for the positives of this, it is cute, it is wholesome, especially with Komi as the main character. The art is good, the pacing is good. I think it is a very easy read, and I think it is obviously enjoyed by many people. So yeah, I would recommend this if you were looking for a slice of life series that potentially has romance. I mean, it is obvious that these two have a crush on each other, but as they're both very shy people, I don't know who's gonna admit it, who's gonna confess first, if that ever is going to happen. It's just kind of a back and forth between them, a very slow burn, but that's not the focus of this. And then, okay, so I'm gonna go more into the negatives about this. The main gripe I have with it is the characters, the other characters. Even the first character that is introduced as a new friend, who is Tadano's friend from middle school. It is this character. And they initially introduced this character as kind of a gender ambiguous character, which is fine, which is cool, which is all good. It's always good to have some LGBT plus representation in anything, especially since this is a shonen manga. But where it gets a little iffy is there are comments made about what bathroom do you use and stuff like that, which is kind of in my opinion, and maybe I'm being too I don't know how to call it, PC. But also some of the other kind of jokes in this make me pretty uncomfortable. So Komi is the school idol. Everyone in the class loves her solely based on her looks pretty much, which is all well and fun, but there is a specific character who professes her love to Komi pretty much straight away. So I was okay, cool. Okay, women love women. Okay, whatever. But this girl is extremely creepy. There's a whole chapter about her wanting to see Komi's underpants, and I'm I don't know if that's supposed to be funny, but if this was a teenage boy doing these things to Komi, it would be very almost a plot you would see in an ecchi or something. It's very disturbing in my opinion, how obsessed she is with Komi. She stalks her at her house. Like, she wants to take creepy pictures of her. Every time they're like, she touches her, she like freaks out, and it like makes like some like weird facial expressions. It makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if that is like peak comedy for some people, but to me that's weird. And then there's also this other character who has like some anxiety and really looks up to Komi, and when Komi asks to be her friend, she like doesn't believe her and is like, why would this like eternal being ask me to be her friend? And then she like interprets that as Komi asking her to be like her dog, like her servant type of thing. And that like plotline reappears in like, I think up until volume 4, where it kind of subsides and she's more like their friend that they like to go eat out with because she really likes food. But yeah, it was just really weird. I don't think I've ever seen a review of someone talking about these kinds of things. They just say, oh, the Komi community, it's really fun, it's really wholesome, it's really cute, it's a nice slice of life. But like, some of these tropes in here are really problematic in my opinion. So that's where it leaves off for me. I think it's hit and miss, so I would say that this is kind of a 50-50 type of thing for me. I don't like it enough to continue, but I wouldn't be mad if I came across like a volume 6, 7, 8 for cheap. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think I will actively seek this out. So yeah, I hope you liked my review. I guess I kind of talked about everything I wanted to talk about. I'm not gonna do a whole portion about my opinions because, like I said, can't really spoil this. There's nothing to spoil, really. The basic plot happens in like pretty much every volume. I'm sure there's going to be a volume about like the beach episode. They're gonna go to the beach. There's gonna be some plot about like the big exams or something. They're gonna have a school trip, yada yada yada, all the basic Japanese high school stuff. But then they're gonna put a spin on her making friends with everyone there. But some of the friends, don't get me wrong, some of the friends are really cool, nice characters. But like, I feel like they're not very fleshed out. And when they are fleshed out, it is in a weird way. Like I said, like the girl who's in love with her but is creepy. There's another character who has like that, I don't know what to call it, the Chunibyo syndrome. If you've seen the anime Chunibyo, it's like they think that they're like an alien or something and like they're not from this world. That character is like pretty endearing. I like her. And like she invites Komi to play video games at her house, which is really cute. I like these characters. I forgot their name. I think it's like Onamine and Ohiru, something like that. They're pretty cute characters. Like, not all of them are weird, but there's enough weirdness that to kind of turn me away from it, if that makes sense. Sorry if this is kind of a negative review. I just wanted to put this out there because I know many people love this series, but I haven't really seen an in-depth, like, deep dive into what it actually is. But like, also on Instagram, I see so many people posting like the covers and stuff, and the covers are beautiful. These are very aesthetic. Like, I almost want to keep them just to like display, you know? But yeah, the only reason I would really want to continue this is to see the relationship grow between Komi and Tadano. He gets her so much the tea that like basically he can read her mind at this point, know her facial expressions, her movements, etc. And she does not care that he is like an average dude, average Joe. Like, everyone is like, why are you hang out with him? Why are you friends with him? He's so normal. He's so average. Like, I don't know what's so bad about being average. But she's always like, you don't get to decide who my friends are, etc., etc. So she does stick up for him, and I think they have a really nice and cute and like healthy relationship. So I think it's really apparent when you see it compared to some of the other relationships that she has. And it's kind of sad because like I feel like she is easily taken advantage of because she just does not have that many friends. And of course, when you don't have that many friends and someone reaches out to you, of course you're gonna do what they say. Of course you're gonna go along with whatever plans they have, even though you're not completely comfortable with it. So yeah, so again, sorry if this comes out as really ranty. I haven't really talked in front of the camera in a while, but yeah, this is what I think of this. I think to each their own. If you like this, you like this. I can see the appeal of it, but for me, it was just too, I'm not gonna say problematic, but some of the devices they use for comedy was kind of weird in my opinion. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Let me know your opinions. If you agree with me, if you disagree, if you think Komi Can't Communicate is a masterpiece and the creepy lesbian is hilarious, I don't know, but yeah, let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. It'll probably be another manga review. I don't really have any hauls coming up or anything. Kind of just chilling, but I do have a week off coming up, so hopefully I'll be able to do a shopping video or something like that. So yeah, thank you and bye!